Hello friends, welcome to Tech2Points. This video is a part of Kotlin Tutorial Series in which we will be exploring some more topics on Kotlin. In this video, we will be learning about arrays, lists, different types of loops, if-else statements, and when block. So let's get started. So here I am in the IntelliJ IDEA, and here I have written just a simple pin function to start the program flow. So we'll first start with the arrays. How to declare an array? You can just declare where arr equals to. You cannot write like this 1, 2, 3. It is not accepted in Kotlin. Well, you can write array of, and you can write 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. That is accepted in Kotlin. So you can declare an array like this in Kotlin. As it is looking something different, but it is array. It don't let you add some elements at the uh, at uh, at later time. So that is the basic behavior of array. So that is also followed here in Kotlin. So you can basically declare array of fixed length here. You can access length and other properties like the same as other languages. And if you want to declare a list, where list equal to list of same like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can declare a list of anything like a list of integer characters, doubles, strings, anything. You can just write the elements here. If you want to make list of strings, then you can write this like a b c, and that list type will be of string, list of string. And here, if we hover here, we can see here array is an array of integer type. This is the thing. But there are two differences in Kotlin. Like there is, this is the list, but like other languages and like Java, you cannot directly add the elements inside this, because this is a mutable version of immutable version of list. There are two different versions of list in Kotlin. One is mutable and another is immutable. So this is the one immutable version. That is, you cannot add elements after this in this list. But if you want a mutable list, then you can replace this keyword with mutable list of, and here you can add list dot add here, and you can add the element here. Okay, let us try running this, and let me print this list list. I click on run, and the code will run. Here we can see in the output as ABCD. But if you remove mutable, you only give the mutable list of here, then you will get an error for add here, because the add function doesn't exist in the immutable version of the list. So this list cannot be modified, and if you write mutable list of this list is can be modified, and you can see add option here. So this is the difference between mutable and immutable version of string, the list. And like the other things, you can access any element here, list dot get method and 1 0. So you will the list here, you will get the output as a string which is present at the first position of this list. The index starts from 0, so you will get output as b. Either ways, you can also do this like array. Here you can put square brackets, and you can just write an index number here. So you can just write 1, and that is also fine with the syntax of Kotlin. So you will get uh, b here in this case as well. There are two types. There are two methods. One is dot get, and another one is the dot curly braces, dot square brackets. Let's check this one by printing str. It should print b in this case. Yeah, here it is printed b. Now coming to the loops. Loops are not different than other languages in Kotlin. Like they are very similar. We can just write where a equals 10, and in the while loop it is just about same. While a is less than 10, will print a and will increment a. So you can just click on this run, and okay, sorry, I initialize this as 0. I need to initialize as 0. Okay, and it has run the same like this. So while loop is similar to other languages here. So there is also do while loop in Kotlin. So that is also similar, works the same, that same syntax it has. You can write a do statement here, whatever the things you have to do in the block, and in the while it will check a condition, and as per the rules of do while loop, if even if the condition is wrong for the first time itself, then also this do while loop will run at least once. So this is the same like other languages, so I don't think we need to elaborate much on this one. The for loop is no longer available as a traditional pattern in Kotlin. So while when we have to loop on the in the list elements or array elements, we can use for loop. Here we have a list, so we loop through this list with the for loop. For for let's say element, and here we have keyword in. For element in list, we can just write print. Okay, printer and will be fine. Print element, and it will print all the elements in the with this mutable list. So I'll clear the other print statements so that we can only see output of this for loop. And yes, it has printed a b c d, and the for loop already ended. No initialization only, and no incrementation only. For loops automatically adjust according to the elements, and it can give us this element directly, and we can use that in our whatever the code block we have to write here. But anyways, if we want a traditional version of for loop in this, so there is one alternative in Kotlin for, that is we can write, this is also short form, for I in again this keyword, and here we can provide a range like 1 dot dot 10, like it prints elements from 1 to 10 and assigns the value to I at every iteration. So you can just println I, and yeah, that's it. It will print elements from 1 to 10. So let's try running this, and yes, it has printed the elements 1 to 1 2 3 4 5 1 to 10 elements it has printed. So this version is very useful if you want something like traditional for loop in Kotlin. So you can use this version. Later another version is also available there. If you have a list, so we can just directly loop on this one by clicking list dot for each. So for each loop is available here, which can automatically give us automatically iterate on the list till the end of the list, and it on every iteration it gives us updated value of the list element. So here it is showing that it colon string, that is it is a variable, it is a keyword which we get in Kotlin, that is used for in such instances. Here we have access to the every element of the list, but how we can access that? Using it keyword. So you can just type it. So this it will be our list element. If you hover this, you can see that it colon string. So here it is also showing that it, we will get it keyword here, and it will every time it has the updated value for every iteration of the list. So let's try printing this as well. Println it, and I'll clear these two for loops, and we'll see what this happen. It should print now ABC. Oh sorry, D is also added, so it has printed A, B, C, and D. So this is also one of the convenient version of for loop, that is for each loop in Kotlin. Now this is about loops. we can further topic we are going to see, that is if else cases. So if else is also same as other languages in Kotlin as well. If some condition, let's declare here where a equals 10 and check if a equals 0, and we'll have a block here. Else we can do else condition here. We can also put else if here. If a equals 1, we can also put else if a equals 10 here, and here we can try. So in this case we'll print a is 0, and in this as well, generally we don't do these things. I am just doing this to show how this works. 10. Okay, let me hide this window. Okay, and now if we run this program, we'll get output at a is 10. That is of course that is we'll get. But if else is if else if we have only one condition, if and else, then if else loop is if else condition statement is very uh, proper thing to do at that point of time, point of program. But if we have if else ladder, then what we can do? Then we have for further function in place of this if else ladder, that is when. If you hover here, it is suggesting that cascade if should be replaced with when. That is when block is available here in Kotlin language. So I'll just click here, replace if with when, and we can see what the magic happens. Okay, here we are seeing something different. When block is there, here it is showing that when, and here is a bracket when a, and here it has a block starting and ending curly braces. It has a block, and for every value of a that might be possible, here the value is directly given. We can read it as when a is 0, then do this, whatever we have to do, we can do this in this block. And if the value is 1, we can do our work in this block. If the value is 10, we can do the work in this block. So this seems something like a switch, but it doesn't goes the flow like all other cases. All other cases will not be executed. If a matches 0, then only this will be executed and other cases won't be executed. Like in the switch statement, we have to put the break statement at the end of every case to avoid further cases execution. But if that's not the case with Kotlin, this when block is smart enough to identify which condition it has made, and it will execute that condition accordingly. And here you can if you have only one statement inside this block, then you can directly remove this braces and can have directly this single statement here. That is also accepted. If you have multiple statements, then you can use blocks of curly braces. Otherwise you can just write this statement. So there are many smart things that Kotlin has introduced. We can write Kotlin language very similar to Java, but it is recommended that we should use smart option provided by the Kotlin to make our code more readable and to make the take the advantages most of the advantage of Kotlin language. So we have seen all the topics which I have told at the beginning of this video. I hope those are clear to you. If not, if you have some doubt in that, put your comment below in the comment box. I'll try my best to answer. We'll meet next tutorial with the more topics in this same Kotlin tutorial series. Till then, goodbye, happy coding.